90-Day Fiancé, Libby packed her bags and left with kids after Andrei hid his $75,000 loss. Elizabeth Potthast seems done with Andrei Castravet after all his lies and secrets. She packed her bags and left Moldova with the kids to return to America. The 90-Day Fiancé star is hurt and shocked to learn that her husband has kept things from her. Elizabeth has not been very excited about the plan to move to Andrei's home country permanently with their kids. Still, she traveled to Moldova for a short trip to figure out if it was possible. The reality TV celeb has been dealing with cultural clashes and a language barrier. Andrei has been constantly pressuring his wife to relocate with him. However, he kept a huge secret from Elizabeth about their investment in property. The TLC star allegedly lost the money they invested in a property. Will Elizabeth return to America? What will Andrei do? 90-Day Fiancé, Alexei leaks Andrei's huge secret. 90-Day Fiancé stars Alexei and Loren met Yara and Jovi in Florida on the recent episode of Happily Ever After. Hence, Yara shared everything Libby had been telling her about her Moldova trip. She felt her co-star was pretty happy and looking forward to some great things. However, Alexei thought it wasn't possible because Andrei had already lost $75,000 he had invested in the property. Jovi quickly told him he should not have said all this. He said, "Hey, we weren't supposed to say anything about that." Alexei never thought it was supposed to be a secret. He explained that his co-star spent the money on a property and lost everything. The TLC star felt he should have told Elizabeth everything. Jovi and Alexei decided they should stay out of all this and not talk about it anymore. 90-Day Fiancé, Elizabeth packs her bag to return to America. Elizabeth Potthast has been trying hard to adjust in Moldova. She is still struggling to figure out whether they should relocate permanently to the country. The TLC star's dad also joined her in Moldova. Hence, Libby's dad asked Andrei about the money they invested. He was in disbelief that they had spent $75,000 of his daughter's money on a property. But Andrei corrected him that it was our money. He revealed that he invested the money and became a silent partner. The 90-Day Fiancé celeb allowed his other partners to make the decisions. Elizabeth was excited to see the property and explained that their livelihood depends on it. She hoped to flip property in the future from their investment. However, the reality TV star feels angry that Andrei has already lost the money. Recently, Libby packed her bags and booked her tickets to return to America with her children. She stated, "The bad investment is one thing, but on top of that, to cover his tracks and to lie, that's like another level of betrayal." The American native was visibly hurt by her husband's actions and wanted to go back home as soon as possible. Andrei asked, "How do I explain this to everybody?" Libby thought her partner should tell everyone that he hadn't explained the investment property to his wife. She couldn't live for another second in Moldova after the betrayal. 90-Day Fiancé, Yara's betrayal creates friction between her and Loren. 90-Day Fiancé star Yara badly misled Elizabeth, which made Loren angry. She isn't the innocent soul she tried to portray herself as. Fans rallied behind Elizabeth, aka Libby, for trusting her two friends. She heard about Andrei's loss in Moldova from Yara, whom Jovi had informed. Jovi should have kept it secret when Alexei spoke about it. Yara instigated escalated drama at her launch party after Loren, Alexei, Andrei, and Elizabeth clashed. Despite them spoiling her event, she could have acted mature enough to handle the situation. Instead, she added fuel to the fire by revealing her husband's hidden life details to Elizabeth. Libby looked visibly shaken and painted him as a bad husband to her due to his lying. 90-Day Fiancé, Andrei and Elizabeth kicked off a feud at Loren's housewarming. Loren and Alexei invited their friends to join them for a fun housewarming party. However, their co-stars Andrei, Libby, Yara, and Jovi stirred the pot by shifting the fun-loving moments to chaotic ones. Brovarniks got together with their close friend Noga and others. When Libby started to talk about Andrei thinking of returning to Moldova, Loren advised her. Alexei and Loren pointed out Andrei's controlling nature, making Libby side with her partner. In between the heated showdown, Andrei called Noga a dog, and she shouted at him in no time. Loren said that it was disrespectful to her and Noga to see Andrei arguing with women. Moreover, Loren disliked how he forced his wife to move to his native country when she didn't want to. 90-Day Fiancé, Loren and Yara get into a high school drama. TLC's Happily Ever After Season 9 aired episode 12, where Loren and Yara discussed the latter's playing foul in her launch party with the former. Loren said she didn't know her friend would shift the blame to Alexei for leaking Andrei's past to Elizabeth. She called it a horrible situation she never wanted. Yara slowed down to Loren, saying she was ignorant of everything that had happened in her absence. She indeed left the party soon after the quarrel began among her friend group. She became overwhelmed by the yelling and arguments and hastily drove away. All she wanted was to clean up the mess quickly so she could prove to Jovi that she had succeeded in Florida. No way Yara is moving back to Louisiana, so he urged Loren not to brawl yet again. But Loren is still holding on to her hurt, even though it's not her fault. Moreover, she noted how Libby even backfired on her, crossing the girls' code boundaries. As for Yara, she claimed she was not the one who told Libby that Loren called Andrei a horrible person. Yara remembered it was Noga screaming and naming Andrei that. She boasted of her Ukrainian roots. She believes American girls struggle to discuss their problems and resolve them. Ultimately, she didn't apologize to Loren for the accusation of her alleged deception. 90-Day Fiancé, Andrei announces move to Moldova in a grand party without telling Elizabeth. Don't know what's going on. 90-Day Fiancé star Andrei L. Castravet is determined to move to his home country, Moldova. He has been trying to convince Elizabeth of the relocation for a long time. But the latter wasn't sure about the idea. She couldn't imagine a future in Moldova with her husband and the kids. Hence, the TLC celeb agreed to a short trip to the country. Potthast wanted to observe things and learn more about her husband's culture during the vacation. She felt the trip would surely give her an idea whether it would be a great idea to relocate to the country. However, Andrei seems adamant about the decision and announced the relocation without telling his wife. He threw a huge party to tell everyone about his decision. How did Libby react? Why did Andrei blindside her? 90-Day Fiancé, Loren slammed Andrei for pushing Libby about the move. 90-Day Fiancé stars Elizabeth and Andrei visited Loren and Alexei for their housewarming party in Florida. They reunited with them, along with other stars, including Yara and Jovi. Tension escalated when Andrei started advocating for his idea for the relocation plans. Loren observed how he was pressuring his wife to relocate to his home country. Hence, she asked why he had moved to America when he had wanted to return to his country. Andrei admitted to moving to the country for Libby only. But he thinks his remote job would allow them to live a better life in a cheaper country like Moldova. Loren felt her co-star shouldn't force his wife to do something she wasn't comfortable with. However, things got tense when her best friend, Noga, slammed him for disrespecting women. Later, Libby slammed Loren for being too nosy in her married life. 90-Day Fiancé, Andrei blindsided Elizabeth about his decision to move permanently to Moldova. Andrei and Libby finally went to Moldova for a short vacation with their kids. The latter was a little overwhelmed on her first visit to the country. She struggled to adjust to living in the same house with her in-laws and sharing a single washroom with them. In the latest episode, Andrei threw a grand party in Moldova. He didn't tell Libby about the reason behind the celebration. Hence, Potthast was confused about what was happening around her. She was already struggling to communicate with them due to the language barrier. The 90-Day Fiancé celeb was having a good time with the family at dinner. However, Andrei stood up from his seat and drew everyone's attention to make an announcement. He said something in his native language, which was difficult for his wife to understand. The TLC star announced, "We threw this party because we decided to move to Moldova." Libby admitted to having a very limited vocabulary and not being very fluent in Romanian. She stated, some things get lost in translation, and this is one of them. I feel kind of stupid because I don't know what's going on. Andrei took everyone upstairs to show them fireworks. Elizabeth felt she wasn't at a gathering but a wedding celebration. She was totally clueless about the whole thing. Fans are eagerly waiting to see all the drama unfold as she discovers the truth. 90-Day Fiancé, Elizabeth's dad Chuck begs fans for prayers, getting another surgery after being cancer-free for years. Is he okay? Elizabeth Potthast's dad, Chuck Potthast, has some bad news for the fans. He appears to be going under the knife again after recovering from cancer. The 90-Day Fiancé star begged for prayers after being free from the disease. Libby's dad remained a part of the franchise for years. Fans loved his sense of humor and his efforts to keep the family together. The reality TV star had been battling so many health challenges in the past. Chuck became a fan favorite for his amazing and kind personality. He keeps fans posted about his health condition. The TLC star frequently visits the doctor to make sure his cancer doesn't return. Chuck appeared on the screens again in HEA Season 9. However, fans are shocked to learn about his new surgery. What happened to him? 90-Day Fiancé, everything about Chuck's cancer battle. Chuck Potthast joined 90-Day Fiancé as a supporting cast member in his daughter, Libby's, journey with Andrei. Over the years, he made many efforts to keep them together and overcome their issues. The reality TV star opened up about his silent battles in 2022. Chuck informed fans that he has been cancer-free since 2017. He was grateful to God for living a healthy life since his surgery. Hence, Libby's dad visits the doctor every 6 months for a checkup. Chuck went for surgery in July this year. He was glad to inform his fans that his tumor didn't return. The reality TV star was grateful to learn the news and shared everything with his fans. Viewers loved to know that Potthast was living a healthy life. But his latest update has fans concerned about him. 90-Day Fiancé, Chuck asked fans for prayers for his next surgery. Chuck Potthast has been living a healthy life for years. He is able to spend amazing time with his kids and grandkids after battling the disease. But the TLC star keeps facing new challenges in his journey. Recently, Chuck shocked fans with his latest health updates. He recorded himself while sitting comfortably in his home. The reality TV star wrote, "Going into the hospital tomorrow for surgery." Potthast revealed on his Instagram story that he went for 3 major surgeries within 10 months. He said, "Since then, I developed a serious hernia." The 90-Day Fiancé star will get another surgery to get rid of the new health issue. Chick informed his fans that he would stay in the hospital for about 5 days. The doctors told him that it would take him almost 3 months of slow recovery. Hence, Libby's dad wanted fans to keep him in their prayers. A blogger 0-Day Fiancé _ Alexa shared the clip on a post, and fans flooded the comment section with prayers. One fan said, "Prayers to an awesome father." Another user hoped Chuck would recover soon from the health issue. They also hope he won't have to get more surgeries in the future and live a healthy life. A different user added, "You're the only one I like in your entire family." Many users also noted that the TLC star is going for the most painful surgery. They hope to see Potthast happy and healthy soon. Which 90-Day Fiancé couples are still together in 2025? The number of couples still together might surprise you. 90-Day Fiancé debuted on January 12, 2014, on TLC. The show follows couples who are faced with an ultimatum: get married in 90 days before a K-1 visa runs out, or say goodbye forever. Since its debut, the series has spawned a number of spin-offs, but the original version is still going strong. And unlike several other reality shows about relationships, a number of the couples from 90-Day Fiancé are still together. Find out who, below. These two have been making it work since 2014. As one of the fan favorites from Season 1, Russ and Paula delighted fans when they welcomed their first child together in 2019. The couple sparked divorce rumors in early 2024 due to their missing presence in each other's social media posts, but in May that year, Paula indicated they were still together when she posted a photo of her and Russ with the sarcastic caption, "Where is it Russ_Mayfield?" She also told Access in June that she was trying to fix things with Russ. While breakup rumors continue to swirl in 2025, Russ has shared videos of himself and Paula doing fun things with their son in recent months, so they appear to be on good terms. Fans were split when Curliam left Brazil to move to the United States with Alan, but all these years later, it's clear that these two were meant to be. They are now parents to 2 children and the family lives in North Carolina. Mike and Aziza had previously been living together in Cleveland, Ohio, and raising a daughter, who was born in 2019. However, in 2023 it was reported that Mike was being charged with possession of child sexual abuse material, CSAM. In July 2024, a jury found the former 90 Day star guilty on 2 charges related to CSAM. Mike was later sentenced to 10 years and 1 month in prison. 90 Day Fiancé couple officially leaves America for bold new life abroad after years of teasing. A couple from 90 Day Fiancé, happily ever after, has left the United States with the goal of building a future abroad. Over the years, several cast members have discussed their plans to move to another country. Lauren Brovarnik, currently featured in 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9, has opened up about her desire to leave America and live in Israel. Lauren stated that she wanted to raise her children in her husband's home country so that they could grow up closer to their cultural heritage. Yara also decided to move to Europe with her husband, Jovi Dufresne, and their daughter, Mila. Most recently, Libby Potthast and Andrei Castravet have joined the list of cast members who've started considering building a future abroad. The latest season of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, showed them planning a trip to Moldova with their 2 children. While Elizabeth viewed it more as a trip to assess the possibility of a future in Moldova, Andrei believed that she had already agreed, leading to confusion. In a sneak peek of the upcoming episode posted by 90 Day Fiancé, Andrei gives a speech to his family members in his native language, declaring that he and Elizabeth have permanently relocated to Moldova. Libby, who isn't fluent in Romanian, appeared bewildered and shocked by Andrei's announcement. She later said, "I don't know what the I'm doing here, honestly." What Andrei's announcement of his permanent move to Moldova means. Andrei and Elizabeth struggle with communication issues. Elizabeth's confused reaction to Andrei's relocation announcement suggests that they aren't in agreement. This lack of alignment is likely to lead to significant issues in the long run. The fact that Andrei assumes his wife is prepared to become a permanent resident of his country poses a major problem. The Moldovan man is under the impression that Elizabeth has agreed to abandon her life in the United States entirely. The couple seems to have difficulty effectively communicating their feelings. Elizabeth's limited understanding of Andrei's native language exacerbates situations like these, further straining their marriage. This recent incident of miscommunication between Andrei and Elizabeth indicates that their relationship may not be as strong and compatible as it once was. It'll be interesting to see how the couple will ultimately overcome this challenge and how Andrei will react when he discovers that his wife isn't mentally prepared to live in Moldova permanently. The two will likely address this difference of opinion in the upcoming episodes of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9. Our take on Elizabeth's reaction to Andrei's announcement. Andrei and Elizabeth have significant differences in their personalities. The lack of a shared vision for the future between Elizabeth and Andrei could potentially lead to marital issues. Their personal struggles may lead them to seek therapy, similar to other cast members, such as Yara and Jovi. Despite their 8-year-long marriage and 2 children, Elizabeth and Andrei have significant personal differences, with her being more passive and him being more assertive. In order to maintain a healthy marriage, the 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Couple will need to find a compromise that works for both of them. Lauren Brovarnik's most dramatic 90 Day Fiancé feuds explained. Here's her biggest rival. 90 Day Fiancé alum Lauren Brovarnik has been at the center of many castmate feuds, and she is currently most at odds with one cast member in particular. Loren and her Israeli husband, Alexei were originally featured in 90 Day Fiancé Season 3, which aired in 2015. Their Jewish heritage and faith are at the center of their relationship, and they've settled in southern Florida, although they are always toying with the idea of moving to Israel. While the couple have a picture-perfect life, Lauren's big personality, pointed opinions, and confrontational nature have gotten her into trouble with several of her castmates. Loren called Mohammed Jbaili a fraud. Loren loves to share her opinions.